Hello, my name is Wayne Alexander, and today we're going to take a look at a new functionality that was released for CRM 2013 Spring Release, which is privatizing queues. A private queue can be used to limit the visibility. You as a user, if you create a private queue, you have the ability to define which users can actually see the queues. If a user doesn't have the visibility of a queue, they still have the ability to add items to that queue based on their security role. I'm using CRM 2013 online to show you how to create a private queue, so let's get going. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to navigate over to the settings area of CRM, and then from within the settings area, we're in business management at the moment, and I'm just going to go ahead and click on queues. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and create a new queue. What you're going to find is that the queue form will have changed slightly now that this new functionality has come into play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new queue for Outsourcery premium customers. Now the type by default will be set to public. You'll notice when the type's set to public, members will be basically all users, because obviously when a queue set to public, everyone will be able to see the queue and access it. I'm going to go ahead and change the type now to public, and if we pay attention to the members section here, so just go ahead and select private, and you'll notice the system is now prompting you to add members. Of course I can't add members yet because I'm going to have to save first, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on save. And now what I can actually do is click the plus button to add members. You'll notice that I'm logged in as Zane, and you'll notice that Zane is automatically added to this private queue, as well as making me the owner. Why? Because I created a private queue. Okay, if I click on the plus icon, then I have the ability to click on the lookup and search for members. By default it will just give me a list of members, but if I was to go into look up more records, what I could actually do, if I had multiple members here, I can just select as many as I like, click the select button and hit add, or I could select entire teams if I wanted to. So I can go ahead and just add the under 324 team, which is what I'm going to go ahead and do now. Please note though, when adding teams to a private queue, the system only adds current members of that team to the queue. So what I mean by that is there isn't a link between the private queue and the actual team. So if new members are added to the team, or members are removed from the team, it would not automatically update the private queue. So it's literally a snapshot of adding members. It's almost like a shortcut for you to just add members, current members of a team to a particular queue, private queue that is. Okay, so we've created our private queue. What I'm going to do now is just hit save again, make sure that's okay. Then I'm going to navigate over to the service area of CRM, and from services I'm just going to go into cases, and there you go. Okay, so let's say that we want to add some cases to a particular queue. As I said in the very beginning, just because you don't have visibility to see a queue, just because you don't have visibility on a private queue, as long as you have security permission, your security permission allows you to, you can still add items to that queue. So in other words, when you're adding items to a queue and you click on the lookup, you'll still be able to see the name of that queue, even though it's private. You just can't access it. Okay, so let me just go ahead and select some case records here. I selected 3. If I click on my 3 dots here in the ribbon, click Add to Queue. I'm just going to go ahead and select Queue now. The great thing about private queues, actually one of the functionalities that's changed with this new release, you'll notice when I click on the lookup to add to queue, the system only shows me 1, 2, 3, 4 queues. And these are actually the 4 queues that have been manually created. So in other words, what the system doesn't do now is give you a list of all of the auto-created queues. When a user gets added to the system, or when a team gets created, what the system does is it automatically creates a queue for that user and the team. And it used to get a little frustrating because when you click on the lookup, it used to give you a long list of every single user's queue and team queues. Now it doesn't do that. It automatically filters them out. If I wanted to, I can click on look up more records, and by all means I could actually tell the system instead actually show me all queues, and it will go ahead and select those. Or there's a private queue lookup as well. Just going to go ahead and select Outsource Free Premium Customers, and I'm going to go ahead and click Add, and I've added those cases to that particular queue. But as I said, by making the queues private, it just simplifies the amount of queues that are displayed in a user's list. Okay, so what did we do there? We just I just showed you how to create a private queue and how to add members, i.e. users or teams, to that private queue. Thank you.